Don't just sit right down. Relax. Open your ears real wide and say, give it to me straight, doctor. I can take it.
Get the chopped out from under the wheels. Flaps up. No offense, Margaret. Contact. We're off. Brum, brum.
Doctor, doctor, give me the news. I got a bad case of loving you.
Ahoy and good morning. Absolutely nobody watching at this hour, but the doctor is in anyway. So if you're watching later, I salute you. I just got rid of the no shave November and I'm a little bit crooked. I just noticed. I got to go back and fix that. And of course, the smoker's hack is here as my co host. So good to have him or her along. I actually started smoking because of a girl in high school. Was trying to impress the chicks, man. So anyway, this is a brunch chill stream. Hey, Amit, how are you? What time is it on your side of the world? Like what? 1 o'clock in the morning? Midnight? I did see the news today that George Perez has stage 4 pancreatic cancer, and he has opted not to do a thing about it, just to ride it out. And first of all, my heart breaks. George Perez is no, but I did the last time, and I will this time too. Thank you for the reminder. George Perez was the biggest inspiration on my comic book art. Monet was my biggest inspiration on my painting, but George Perez, hands down, the guy. And right behind him, Mike Grell and John Byrne. And I happen to agree with his decision. Were I to be told, hey, you've got cancer, old dude, and you're going to die here in, 4 months to a year, I'm not going to do chemo. I'm not going to do radiation. I'm just going to enjoy the time. Oh, 10:30 p.m. Okay, gotcha. So not brunch for you, huh? And by the way, that's a pretentious title because I think brunch is just breakfast for people who sleep late. But my thoughts and prayers go out to George and to his family. I, I, I've chatted with George briefly on Facebook. He was early in the days of Facebook. He was on my friends list, and I actually chatted with him a couple times. He wouldn't be able to know me from Adam, as it should be. He doesn't know me, but I respect and admire him. I met him at a con once. He was a class act. He was a gentleman, and his art was amazing. So again, thoughts and prayers to him and his family. There is no other news that I want to review right now, uh, other than the world is a dangerous place right now. Weakness invites aggression. Always has, always will, and there are many who perceive us as weak right now here in America. So here's praying that things don't get stupid. Close that, open that. Someone messaged me. Sorry about that. But yeah, in the meantime, I've been working since 6 o'clock this morning. And let's see, today is Wednesday. So since Saturday, it's Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 4 days, I have done 6 pages, penciled, not inked. Normally I ink as I go, but I was just on a tear. And so I just went with it. And these pages are looking great. I hope I can do them justice inking them. I am not really an inker, but I'm an artist. So, like John Lennon said, give me a tube, I'll get you something out of it. My son messaging me to tell me he can't talk right now. We'll talk later. Okay. Well, why text me now to tell me you can't talk now? Just text me later when you can. I should have turned off those lights behind me. Those are my lights I use over my easel. I know, right? But I I can't shake the feeling of the pressure of get the work done. Like when I'm painting, I can do a 16 by 20 a day. And I've had fine art friends say, "Oh man, it takes me all week to finish a painting." No, I can finish an average painting in 2 hours, but that's because I do plein air painting. You go outside and you paint, and you're counting on the light being exactly the same. So you work really fast before the light changes on you. I got in the habit of working fast. But in Ethan's case, for example, I was watching him draw in ink. He draws in blue and then finalizes in ink. Was watching him work, and with the amount of every little tick line that he does on Cyberfrog's armor or whatever, I get why his pages take him forever. Um, it's not that I don't put detail into mine; it's that I didn't design characters that require that much detail. Like if Marvel had ever called me back in the day and said, "Hey, we want you to work on Spider-Man," I'd have told him no. I'm not drawing all that damn webbing all over his costume. What are you, crazy? If you got an inker that does that, or you can write a computer program that does it, sure, I'll do that book. But otherwise, nay, nay, I'm not doing that. My dog, wait, where is it? There it is. Yeah. My puppy, who is the size of a T Rex, we just got a replacement Fire Stick remote for the living room. She ate it last night. Brand new one, gone. She ate it just that fast. I went to the restroom and I caught her with my lighter running down the hall. Stop eating the house. And there's no lack of chew toys. There's no lack of attention or exercise. This is just a really hyper oral dog that likes to chew and eat everything. The phrase "don't bite" is the most commonly heard phrase around this house. And bless her heart, big goofy heart, she doesn't mean it. What's up? What's up? What's up? Anthony, get yourself in here. There is the link. Come on in. Just a chill stream today. As some of you know, Anthony from Dark Gift Comics is now going to be publishing my book. And I am delighted to bring him on board or to have him bring me on board or to cross deck or whatever, to be working together. Sorry about that, folks. Just woke up. Give me a bit. Okay, I'll be on for a little while. Just rambling along. Hold on just a second, folks. So now my son calls to tell me he can't talk. That's my boy. On with the show. This is it. Every time I play my intro, two of the three songs that are in there get stuck in my head. One is the Bugs Bunny Roadrunner show opening, and the other one is the really cool riff at the beginning. If you don't know, that's Ace Frehley, Frehley's Comet. The song is Breakout with Todd Howard singing, and that one rocks. Hey, Yana Flay, what's up, brother? Glad to see you. So yeah, it's been an interesting morning. We get up early here every day. My entire working life, except when I worked evening shift in the emergency room back in the day, um, I'm up in the morning at 4 o'clock and usually at work long before other people even wake up. I continued that as an artist. Don't know why. I enjoy the morning before the sun comes up. It's a quiet time of the day. It's peaceful. I enjoy it immensely. Get to have your coffee and just go slowly into your morning. instead of sleeping to the last second, waking up with your hair on fire, and then panic and go to work. I hated that. So I always got up early. Still doing that today. So we were up this morning at 4 o'clock in the morning, having coffee, watching the news, which is always, I don't know why I do that. Um, Never anything good. The local news here in South Atlanta is always just the night's, not as bad as Chicago, but it is the night's murder toll. Let's just go through the obituaries and talk about all the people that get shot, stabbed, run over, fried, dried, and laid to the side. Um, I don't enjoy that, so I just watch it for the weather. And I was going somewhere with this. Hey, hey, tall, skinny, long haired Jesus freak. That is my buddy Charles Adams. Good to see you. Yes, you did miss my call. Oh, wait, no, I didn't call you. Is that what you're saying? You forgot to call me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So just having a morning chill stream. Uh, Charles, are you at job one or job two right now? And the link is in the chat. Matter of fact, let me go to YouTube and pin it. On with the show. This is it. Do 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 do. And oh, what heights! Show. This is it. And oh, what heights will hit. On with the show. This is it. There we go. So the link to the stream is in the pinned comment. What's up, Amit? Good morning or good afternoon for you. Amit, Amit, Amit. You're in the show. All right. So
How's your week going?
going good. Hey, Tree Goblin. Good to see you, buddy.
I
It's going
thought
good.
I'd
Why
jump
are you
on
having?
and oh, am I having mic issues? Just give it a second. I'm adjusting my new headphones, so it'll take a few seconds for it to come through.
All right. All right. Sounds
So
like
I was gonna say, it's been an interesting week. Did you read that George Orwell's book is being 1984 is being republished from a feminist perspective?
oh no, what are they going to call it?
The state agreed to it. Their state agreed to like a feminist retelling the whole story from a
Oh my God.
feminist perspective. No, so it's going to be official memorabilia now from the state.
No, but I think it's ironic that do you ever watch Education on YouTube?
Yeah. I have.
Did you see that his Facebook Facebook meme got banned, and the meme was literally quoting George Orwell as saying, "This is the future I warned you about." The irony of that.
Well, you know, we live in a mad world today. Things are upside down.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Is it as bad where you're at as it is here in the states?
Oh no. We live. I live in Southeast Asia. Things
Yeah,
are okay here.
yeah,
Things work through bribe and corruption, so I'm okay with that.
yeah. I would rather have good old criminal corruption, like some mobster stuff going on, than have this total soy infestation of culture.
Yeah, at least you know the rules. Then this way.
Exactly. It's-
This way.
Everything is racist. Everything is sexist. You don't know what you can say, what you can't say. You don't know whether the thought police are going to raid your social media
Yeah.
and or your real life.
And none of these people have actual jobs, who complain online. All these people, they don't do anything. They don't contribute to society. All they
And
do is complain.
I have looked for the job opportunities to be one of them. So there must be a secret recruiting place somewhere that they draw from.
Yeah. And but you know what it is? I think it's because people, this might be true. I think we live in a kind of a melancholic society where whenever we see somebody succeed, it makes us feel it makes us feel bad about ourselves that our life isn't that great, so we want to tear that person down, and it becomes, oh, well, if I can't be happy, nobody can be happy, and they try to
Yeah.
destroy anything that they see positive.
Whereas in my generation, when we saw successful people, we said, "Hey, show me what you did so I can do it too." We wanted to
Yeah,
emulate success, not tear it down.
I will say this: that I do get some points the people make in the sense where they say, I do think my generation and the generation younger kind of has been screwed over by the politicians in terms of like economic opportunity, because I
Mhm.
don't think we had as much economic opportunity as your generation did. I mean, uh, simple things like higher education was a lot more affordable for you people than it is for us. We're kind of screwed with this whole student loan debt thing.
I don't
The
know, man.
system's kind of messed up. College education is unaffordable now. Like, I mean, I was looking the other day. A
Yeah, but I
state
did it. I
college,
did it through service, and that
yeah,
opportunity is available to anybody in the United States. If you're a
oh
citizen,
yes,
I mean,
it
hell,
is. But okay, yeah,
anybody
you
can do
can.
it.
How long did you have to serve in order to get paid? 4 years, was it? Enlist for 4 years or five? How
You
long
could
is it?
you could literally enlist for the most minimal hitch and get all your benefits. Now, my particular one, I was a 6 by 8. That's six. It was 4 years active duty, 2 years active reserve, 2 years inactive reserve.
What
So
is inactive reserve? Is that like the last of the last people they call up?
yeah, they can still call you up. You're expected to still have all your gear, all your proficiencies, et cetera, so that if they do call you, you're ready to rock. It's actually called that, the IRR, Independent Ready Reserve,
Hmm.
and that was a little bit unnerving because I did get put on standby one time while I was IRR, and I thought, hell, I couldn't fit into my uniform now if I had to.
Yeah, I wonder if you can't fit in, do they give you a new one?
Yeah, they tell you better show up in some kind of damn uniform. Run to the Army Navy store and try. Hope they have your size and your rank.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like, I mean, I can just imagine some guy just like lets himself go, eats
Yeah.
KFC every day. He turns up, it's like, I'm here, but I have a pot belly. Do what you want.
Uh, during your IRR, you are required to sign up
Oh,
for professional training modules at a somewhere nearby, and of course, the military will pay to get you there, and they'll put you up. So that was always fun too.
oh, so you have to like stay in shape. You can't just kind of pig out.
Yeah, you had to. I stayed in shape for a good long time before this happened. But yeah, it's an educational opportunity that's there. Not only will the Navy train you luxuriously in whatever field you go into, and when I say train you, they train the hell out of you. Then of course you do have the veterans benefit to go to school. So you know, people are without excuse except for soy creatures. Who go, I'm not going to serve in the patriarchy of the military. Well, then
Well,
you're
they
probably
do
not
have those.
employable.
They do have those people who say, I want to be what do you call it, a conscious objector or whatever the hell you call that thing.
Yeah,
I'm a
yeah.
pacifist, so I can't join the military. There are those people.
Yeah, but there's no draft, so there's no conscientious objectors. You don't want to go in, don't go in, but don't complain about not being able to afford education when they offer it to you free. It's there. Now, I am a proponent. People will say, "Oh, these young people today, they need to be required to go in the military for a cut." No, let me tell you something. Active duty military personnel do not want anybody serving with them that does not want to be there. I don't want
Oh
that
yeah,
guy anywhere near
yeah.
me.
The
But I,
the last thing you want is the person saying, "I need a safe space from the drill sergeant." That would not fly.
right. But I am a proponent of 2 years mandatory civil service in uniform. Create a separate branch. It's not Department of Defense, it's Department of the Interior. And everybody gets the head shave. They go through a boot camp. They have to get in shape, learn discipline, and then they're assigned to civil service projects according to their testing capabilities. That would go so far to put discipline into people, give them valuable training, get valuable service out of them. I'm all for that.
Do you think that would? That's an interesting concept. Do you think that would make people kind of respect civil institutions more and not take like government and let's
Yeah,
just say public? How you say like public servants so lightly? You know, they because they
I
actually
think it would
done the job.
improve the civil service,
Hmm.
and I think that it would instill in the people who participate a sense of discipline and purpose. And yes, I think it would, in the public's eye, elevate their status. What do you guys in the
It'd
chat
be
think? Is that a
interesting.
good idea?
I just think it'd be very expensive to run. That's the only thing I think. You know, because you have to feed all those people.
I think it's cheaper than unemployment or public education. In other words, instead of paying for college like they want to do, I think you could fund this civil service that way.
I don't know, man. 2 years you pay. Oof, it'd be a lot.
Eh, pay them what you pay the
What
military,
if you
which
have
is not very much. You don't make any more than the military does.
to? It'd be interesting to see. Yeah.
Yeah, it would.
Plus, the last thing I want them is to create jobs for people who don't need jobs. That's the only thing. It's like, oh, one person like mops the floor while the other one sweeps behind them. You know, because they have to find a job for everybody.
Well,
That's the only thing I would not like.
I mean, you still have folks that need to shovel tar into potholes, but at the same time, if you don't hack because of misbehavior, they can still go to the brig, or they can be thrown out dishonorably and never hold government office or have a government job.
Hmm.
There
Yeah, I
you go.
think maybe what would make it a little bit interesting is if people want, they have the option to continue in that field after the 2 years. You know,
Hmm.
so like it's up. 2 years is mandatory, and then it's up to them if they want to continue in the field. Like if they're happy with the work, well, why
Right,
not? And
right,
if they
right.
want to go back in the public sector, then they should. But the option should be there for them to continue. I think that
Yes,
might,
absolutely. Yeah. That's just the same as the regular military. Your hitch is up, but you can stay in if you want to. So yeah, that I also have a solution to the VA crisis. I'm not sure if you're familiar with our VA crisis here with the shitty service we veterans get.
how
Uh,
would you do that?
Easy peasy. There are more military bases than there are VA facilities. So you
Mm.
simply you gear up a veterans clinic at every single military base, and you staff it with active duty medical officers and hospital corpsmen and or medics, and let them go there. It's cheaper than paying civil service contracts to doctors, because these are doctors that are already in the government service in the military, and they're going to get better service because the military actually makes you produce results. Solved. Elect me, folks. I'll fix it.
No, no, we're not electing you. We only elect celebrities. You forgot this.
I don't know. We elected this idiot we got now.
He was a mini celebrity, you know.
He was 48 years of failure, and we think, let's give him 4 years at the top and see how much worse he can do. And lo and behold, pretty damn bad. The chat is quiet.
I
Amit, have
think
you
they're
scared
getting
off the
bored.
chat? Did you
I
scare off
think
the
they're
chat?
bored. They're bored of our political talk, maybe.
Did I didn't think that was political. I thought that was good common sense fixes to problems. I also think we should bring back public executions, because they say the death penalty
Uh,
is not a deterrent. Bullshit. You start hanging people in public.
See, I like Dark Drift. He says, "Elect me."
Can't be any worse than this. On second thought, come on, Amit,
I'm not for.
you can be
I'm
my
not.
running
I'm.
mate.
Oh yes, yes, yes. But my thing would be, I'd be like, I don't take campaign contributions, but you can send me free review copies of your comics. So that's my campaign contribution.
if I ever did campaign for the House, which I have thought about doing, the very first thing I would do is go, here's every bad thing I've ever said or done that I can think of. If you can think of something else, put it out there. Let's get this out of the way so you can't try to cancel me later on. And now let's get to the issues.
See, this is what I think. I don't think politics is an issue based thing anymore. I think it's more optics
Yes.
and political theater. I don't think people actually, because what I see, I was watching the debates between Trump and Biden. I think they didn't have a single policy issue. It was all you said this and you did this and you forgot this, and I'm like, well, I it's a shit show. I'm like,
Yeah.
there's nothing of substance to see here. It's just they're trying to score, what do you call it? They're just gonna dunk on each other.
But yeah, they
There's
just want
not.
that gotcha moment. I tell you, any Republican that runs against Biden or Kamala, which I think it will be against Kamala, all they've got to do is take a page out of Reagan's playbook and go, are you better off today than you were 4 years ago? If the answer is yes, vote for the other person. If the answer is no, vote for me.
I think some people are better off. I guess
The
those people
Russians,
who
the Chinese, but technically they don't vote.
I was gonna say all those people that lost their minds under Trump, they're very happy now.
Yeah, no, even those aren't. And I'm here to tell you, I have one friend that I call him a sensible Democrat. He's not really a liberal. He's a classic Democrat. And it's funny because if you get in a long enough conversation, you find out he agrees with you, but his knee jerk reflex is to disagree with you. But we were talking on the phone the other day, and he said, listen, don't ask me to defend Biden because I can't. He's indefensible. And it's like, well, that sucks the wind out of my argument. I can't argue with you now. And Kamala's worse because
Yeah.
Kamala doesn't have dementia and she's that bad. Yeah,
Oh
AOC.
yeah. Did,
Listen, AOC would stand outside my empty parking lot and cry and get me canceled.
she's pretty.
Oh,
I like her. She's
um,
pretty.
AOC, if she was my barista or bartender, she would get healthy tips. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm saying too. I always say this. AOC, I'm okay with her being president. Because
No,
I can manipulate her like you manipulate, anybody. So it's okay with it.
oh my God. She's pretty until she goes googly eyed. And then, oh my God, when she goes googly eyed, she gets horse faced at the same time. And she reminds me of this jackass that my grandfather had on his farm, and I can't stand to look at her. So, but
I'll take it. No, but no woman's perfect. Like I look at Nancy Pelosi, I'm like, okay. Compared to that, this is like a 10. Okay, so it's okay.
I was going to say, if you look at Pelosi and see something attractive, I'm going to boot you. All right, you guys hang on a second. I'm going to go refresh my coffee. Amit, you have the show. Don't sink me.
All right. Tree Goblin. I don't think. I don't know. Maybe AOC wouldn't like me because I do make some off-color commentary sometimes. So maybe she would cancel me. I don't know. But I do find her attractive, and I think she'd make a good leader. I was gonna ask you, Dark Drift. How is your comic coming along? Are you almost done? Are you gonna be in fulfillment soon, or is it gonna still be out for another 2 months?
Geez, I go away for 1 minute and I'm down to one viewer. Amit, what did you do?
I didn't do anything. We had only two viewers. We had two viewers. We went down by 50%. That's okay.
No, we had 8.
We had 8. Oh,
Yeah.
by the way, did you tweet this? You should tweet it out. That way, more people will come.
Yeah, I should. And you should totally tweet it out too.
See, I actually have good suggestions. Like last time, I'm like, uh, you forgot to put the link after saying you're gonna do it. I'm like,
Yeah, you got me. You got me.
ugh.
I am not the most tech savvy person in the world. Uh,
Oh, okay. Dark Drift is fulfilling his book in January. All right, that's nice.
yeah,
That's
and
that's actually quite good, man. I'm impressed, Dark Drift. I must say, I thought
stop
you would not be
calling
done
him
till March.
Dark Drift. Stop calling him
Oh,
Dark Drift.
Dark Gift. Okay, Anthony. How about that? I'll call him his real name.
Yeah, there you go.
Anthony.
Anthony
Anthony, I'm sorry.
Romano. You don't want a Romano to show up at your door and say, you're a funny man with a dark drift, huh? You're a funny guy, huh?
I owe Anthony an apology. I thought he would not be done by March, so my apologies, Anthony.
Hey,
There.
Marv, welcome to the
I
chat,
am
brother.
fair. I
Yeah,
am fair. I am fair.
listen,
If you get out by January, then I will take all my jokes back and I will apologize publicly.
hey, uh, listen, I like Anthony. He's one, and you know, I've got a pretty good asshole detector, so I don't let assholes on my streams. I don't work with assholes.
Is this why testify is not allowed?
Is this why who?
Testify is not allowed.
Testify would be allowed for exactly as long as it took for him to be an asshole, and then he'd be gone. Anybody gets one chance. Well, almost anybody. What's going on with Testify? I haven't seen him around in a minute.
Apparently, I don't know if this is a joke thing or real, but he apparently it's in the hospital. That's what he's
Uh,
been tweeting out. I don't know if he's actually in the hospital. I hope he gets well soon.
yeah, same. I don't wish illness on anybody. Yeah, and Anthony had a hard time with some illness, and I can relate. I've gotten my 50s hit me hard health wise, but they really hit in this last year. So I can totally relate, man. There's days that I just want to curl up on the couch and die, but I make myself draw.
So here's a question: since you're off the age where they say you're supposed to, get the vaccine. Are you are you going to get it or have you got it?
Nope. If I get it, it'll probably kill me. I'm in the risk factor group for death. But I am also under my doctor's advisement not taking the vaccine because my hypersensitivity to the flu shots in the past and some other issues make me as much at risk from the vaccine as I would be from catching it.
Yeah, but I mean, then I guess you must be scared during COVID then, because like
I'm, I'm not scared of death.
you are a badass.
I'm not scared of death. It's not bad. I'm a born again Christian. I don't hide that from anybody. So the worst thing that happens to me is I go to heaven. Yeah, Sin Killer says he's got an assholeometer also, and it works all the time. You're darn right, Marv. By the way, you guys, if you haven't backed Marv, the Sin Killer on Indiegogo, amazing looking book. Go give him a
So
look.
what is it about? Do tell.
Um, I don't have Marv. If you want to come in here and throw the elevator pitch, you can come on in. The link is pinned at the top. You're chirping at me, Amit. Why are you chirping?
That's not me.
Well, it ain't me.
I think it might be your squeaky chair.
My chair doesn't squeak, brother. It's coming from your end.
Hold on. Let me mute and see.
Yeah, it's your background noise.
Is it better now?
I think it's just background noise.
Yeah. No.
Um, hey, Amit, throw my actually, Anthony, you're in the chat. Anthony, throw the link for the mailing list sign up for Pariah, if you don't mind.
You did put it again.
Hey, Lorenzo, what's up? Slee Stack, good to see you. And Marv is here as well. Yeah, Marv's going to
Oh,
jump on. I'm
Lorenzo
going to let
was
him
it.
shill. And Anthony, if you want to shill all the DG stuff out, go ahead and do so.
Yeah,
I,
and Anthony, is he doing the news again? Because I used to like when Anthony used to do the. You remember the
yeah,
news segments he used to do?
yeah, he's been doing them recently.
I haven't been on his channel much.
Yeah.
Have you gone on the karaoke stream yet, Doc? Of
Oh yeah.
Anthony's?
Oh yeah. You didn't know I was a great singer.
I had no clue. I got to check it out. I'm gonna clip it and send it to Perth Comics, and let's see
I,
if we can do a nice meme with you.
I will sing. I'll sing you one right now. You ready? I'd
All
like to
right.
go swimming with bow-legged women and swim between their legs, swim between their legs. I'd like to go swimming with bow-legged women and swim between their legs.
Yeah, you need some more. 6 out of 10 for the effort. 6 out of 10 for the effort. I'll be nice today. I
Oh,
will say this. Do you know who is the best independent CG creator for a one-page comic book?
that would be Jabba.
Yeah, he hit 12 grand, 13 grand from his one page.
Wow, are you serious? Is it
Yeah,
really
look
a
at
thing?
yeah. I do like how our troll campaign just gains momentum.
It's just like Cecil's cash grab. It's a thing.
Yeah.
Lorenzo, I actually hear that all the time, but the surprising thing is that people will say it not realizing what they just said, and to watch them when they catch themselves is funny. There we go. It's not horror revenge, just supernatural revenge. I mean, I guess it would be horrifying if you ran into some of the stuff that's in this book, but it's not a horror book. Um, it is supernatural, though.
And will this be a contained story, or will you have sequels of this?
No sequels, maybe a spinoff. Hey, Will Red, good to see you, buddy.
Oh, we're getting everybody in here today.
Yeah,
Nice.
everybody who's anybody is here, baby. But
Hi,
yeah,
well read.
it is a self-contained story, ladies and gentlemen. It does have one or two spinoffs in it and a really big surprise ending.
Will
Hmm.
she turn out to be a man? Well, is that the surprise?
No,
No, you're like it's not that kind of story.
no. My Throwback Studios is the name of my comic imprint, and it's throwback not because it throws back to old stories, but just it throws back to when stories were just stories, no agenda behind them.
Cool. Well, Doc, I'm gonna jump out, but I want to jump in here, say hi to you,
And
and
I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
yeah, and don't forget to put the link in this time. We need to get your book out, and hopefully, let's get you at least to 10K.
Yeah,
I'd
if you
like.
got if if you guys aren't signed up yet for the mailing list, be sure you do. I'm at YouTube, and I send out updates every Monday, and I look for
I'm a rent in a few streams. I'll try to push your stuff, Doc. Have a nice day.
you too, buddy. Take care. And Hunting Alice is still in demand. I think Hunting Alice is going to be a sleeper hit. I'm looking forward to it myself. Yeah, Dillard was originally going to have a 4 page Buckler ash can. For, was it Bucker or Buckler? It's Buckler for $4. So working hard on my little cigars today too, man. My lungs were a little bit too clear when I woke up. And oh, update. My dog that eats everything. If you didn't hear me mention it earlier, we just got a replacement Fire Stick remote control for the living room. Yes, she ate it. Dead. Ate it dead. She ate my lamp in the living room, and when I went to the restroom, she had my lighter and she was boogieing down the hall with it. Dear Lord in heaven. Anthony, you've got big dogs. Did you go through this too when they were teething? You had to have. It can't just be me. This dog has eaten my whole house. And it was raining this morning, so I didn't have the heart to put her out. But it cleared up now, and you better believe she's out there now because there's no way I could come in here and stream without Tacey being here to watch the dog if that animal was loose back there. Oh, so like I said, I've been up working since the earlies, and when you reach that point where you start, every artist will know this. You're working, particularly with your inks, and you catch yourself going, it's time to take a break. You should know instinctively exactly what you want and do it. Otherwise, don't touch it because that's when you'll screw up. Unlike painting, if I make a mistake in a painting, I just paint over it. You can't do that with comic book art. Hey, Marv,
Hey, hey, how are you,
what's up?
man?
What's up, Batman?
I'm sick for. I've been sick for a couple of days, so that's why I'm looking like this. So thank you for having me, man. It's
Oh,
been a
you're very
while.
welcome. Very welcome. It's good to see you again.
Uh, Likewise, man. Ah,
We usually
how is it?
run into each other on pop streams.
Yeah, yeah. I was just watching some stuff on YouTube, and you showed up. I just had to say hi to Brian that he was live,
Okay,
and then he finished his video, and I was watching, and yeah, you pop up
that's right. The
on
important
YouTube.
people showed up. The important people are streaming. Damn it, get over here. Screw Ethan. So, why don't you tell everybody about your book, the plot, the story, as much as you care to give? Because
Yeah,
I've seen the work, you guys, and if you haven't seen Marv's work yet, you're really missing. So, take it away, Marv.
thank you. Yeah, actually, the book is already done. It was printed, and already done the fulfillment. And yeah, this little thing here, it just fills my heart because I love Arrow comics, and I love Randy and all the guys that that are in the Arrow
Right,
comics team, and yeah, that was awesome for me. And yeah, the Sin Killer is the story of John Paris. He's a Vietnam War veteran who fell into an ambush when he and his team were about to go to the ELZ after a mission.
hmm,
Yeah, they fall into an ambush. They lots of them died, and those who survived were executed. And John was about to be executed too when he unleashed his power. And what happened was that the Fallen Brothers just became demons. Uh, but not really demons. They changed their appearance and they killed every Viet Cong that was there. But yeah, some kind of demon. And and the thing is that they turn into those entities because they felt the pain of not going back home. That thing that every veteran have in his mind. I know that also because I'm not a veteran myself, but I have people who went into the war
hmm,
here in Portugal, colonial war. We had 3 wars during the 60s and 70s in Africa, and I have family members that went there, and
right.
yeah, that must be something horrifying just to go to war, never think about,
Yeah,
never without knowing if they come back home or not. So
yeah.
that's the story, and
And
you.
Dark Gift wants to know where he can get a copy, and he is a super backer. So,
It's already done, man. Thank you. It's already done.
you're not in
Yeah.
demand?
No, I'm not in demand. I had to finish that up because it was very stressful for me. I was in bed. It was my first campaign. I was in bed. I didn't know what to think about campaign. I was waking up all the time, and I had to be at my day job at 7 a.m. and 5 a.m. still thinking about the campaign and all that. It was a stressful 30 days, And but now it's going to be printed in Holland and in the Netherlands by Mike Chimmy, the Bruin from Fairy and Ants, and it will be oversized. It will be an A4. This is a comic book size, normal size, and it's going to print on A4. Thank you, man. And
Do you
yeah,
have some
it's going to
overstock?
overstock. No, I don't have anything. It was no,
Marv, what's next
no.
for you then? How can we get some of some of your work? What's next?
Next, I'm on page 19. I stopped for a couple of weeks because I have commissions to do, and I've been sick. I've been in surgery, and I've been home
Yeah.
almost for 2 months. So I have to get as much money as I can. So I came back to make commissions, but I'm on page 19 this time. This book, The Sin Killer, this first book is just a trailer of the book that I'm making right now.
Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
I'm making a graphic novel, and I have already sold the cover of the second book. It's almost ready to be shipped. So this will be the cover of the second book. This is
Hold on
the
one
commission I
second.
the commission I did.
I want to make you bigger, so let's see how we
Yeah,
do
thank you.
this. There we go.
So this is a commission that I had for the second cover. This will be the second
Oh,
cover.
nice. Very nice.
Thank you. And
Beautiful work.
thank you. I'm just waiting for the client to say that I can send him this. Wait, sorry.
Oh,
Yeah,
no, I'm just glad you didn't fall.
yeah. It's live TV, right?
Yeah.
So everything can happen. So yeah, I'm on page 19. This will be just more focused on Gabriel and Michael. They are the two animals that John adopted. Michael is a Doberman who was a fighting dog when he was alive, and he was killed. And Michael and John, sorry, brought him to life to be his companion. And Gabriel is a raven who also died. He was killed too.
Mhm.
And Michael asked John to bring him back to life. So they live, the three of them, as a family. But you will see in this book that Gabriel is more like a renegade. He respects and loves Michael and John, but he have his own thing, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just because he's a raven, and Michael is a dog. He's more faithful.
Yeah.
Gabriel is faithful too, but the dog is different than the raven.
Sure.
And this is going to be Gabriel's going to break some rules, and John's going to be pissed, but he will understand what is going on. And this second book will be super cool.
Very
It's going to be
nice.
awesome. It's gonna be
Very
awesome.
nice. How long do you think it's going to be?
I don't know. I'm on. It took me 2 years to do 32 pages because I was doing everything traditionally, and then thanks to buddies at work and some people in the community, I was able to get my
Yeah.
tablet, and
Yeah.
I did it in a few months. I did the first book, so I'm already on page 19. So hopefully, I want I want to publish the first chapter with a publisher, and then do the same with the second and the third one, and then combine everything and sorry, and make a graphic. Sorry again, make a graphic novel.
Yeah. And
So
all in one. So
yeah,
that could be one of the tiers is get Sin Killer 1 and then the new book together.
yeah, I don't
So
know.
so
I
then
don't know.
Anthony can actually get a copy.
Yeah.
Marv,
Hey,
Marv,
hey, hey.
Marv. You're
I don't know
killing me,
yet.
Marv.
Thank you.
I don't know you either. It's nice to meet you.
Yeah,
I,
likewise, man.
I just saw your book and I was like, you don't have any overstock? Throw it up on eBay. I'll buy it.
I'm gonna have some proofs. I'm waiting for some proofs, and there's a client that the same client that commissioned that cover and the print that I have. That was for helping Lookstone, the auction.
Yeah,
Yeah, he wants
Oh,
that to
speaking of
circle.
which, I gotta run to the post office. I sold a piece for that. It was a set of pieces. It was a Freddy Krueger and a Jason Voorhees set of drawings, and I gotta mail that out today.
Yeah, I'm
Thanks for
gonna have
I
reminding
one
don't
me.
know
piece.
what we're talking about. What are we talking about? Luke Stone.
So Luke Stone is an indie comic artist. He's part, one of the brighter sides of Comicsgate.
Hmm.
And he's got a book called Hybrids,
Hmm.
and a really good dude. I had him on my
Yeah.
channel. We sat down for about an hour. He's a preacher too, right?
Hmm.
If I recall, and
Hmm.
Yes.
he wound up with COVID, but he's got diabetes, so it
Ooh,
took him down, and he wound up in the ICU for 73 days.
Yeah.
wow.
They took him off the vent, which was a miracle unto itself. And they capped his trach, and they took him out of ICU, and they put him into another facility, which is a little further from his home, from what I understand. But I do understand that he's giving marching orders on his books again through his wife, because Piper works on one of his books.
Okay.
Um, so he's well enough to be somewhat getting back to work by giving orders through his wife, which is good to
Okay.
hear.
Yeah.
But I think they took a hit because he's not working. He's not making comics at the moment. That's
No,
on hold.
sorry. Yeah.
So the folks over at Indie Vault decided to throw an auction to raise some money for him.
I missed it. Man, I
We're
hate
gonna have
things
So
one
like.
tonight. We're gonna have one tonight.
Well, make sure I get a link to that. I'll cobble something together for the auction.
yeah,
Yeah,
they
it's gonna be at 9 p.m. Eastern time on Gigasm with Lola.
Yeah, make sure I get a link to that. Somebody.
yeah, I forget what time. Yeah, I'll I'll tag you in a reply to the tweet she put out yesterday or the day before that she tagged me in.
Okay.
I think it has a link to to
Stream.
the stream. Yeah.
Okay. Yes,
So
absolutely, absolutely.
what you call it? So yeah, so that's all. I almost totally forgot, and I told them I would send it out today. So I got to go do that. Thank God
Okay, man.
you brought it up because totally forgot. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, I've been because of what's going on, with Pariah and Lightbringer and stuff. I figured all these different files I should, add a small little portable external hard drive that I could plug in and plug out, but like
Hmm.
I said, screw it. I went and I got one of those MyCloud
Hmm.
storage, like external. You hook it directly to your router instead of your computer, and
Okay.
then you can share everything amongst all your stuff, like all your devices.
But
So
it's protected though. It's crash proof and hack proof and all that stuff.
yeah, yeah. So this way, like, not only is it in the cloud, which I have, most of it like in my OneDrive, but like say I lose my account or something, or
Right.
what
Right.
you know what I mean. Like
Yeah.
this way, I
By the
have
way,
it
Marv,
physically in the house.
Anthony is publishing my book, so he's my
Mm-hmm.
publisher.
Nice.
So after he fulfills uh, the book he's doing, I might want to talk to him about publishing. But you've got a publisher
Well,
though, don't you?
I've got it and I don't have it. Well, I've got a publisher in the Netherlands, the
Okay.
Machime, because it's going to print 500 copies. But
Okay.
Nice.
in the United States, I don't have a contract with Randy yet, but I will hope that can happen. That's
Okay.
so I'm waiting. I'm waiting for him to decide if he wants to be my editor or not. And I
Who?
will
Risey?
Randy.
Randy. Yeah. RJ Randy.
No, Randy Zimmerman
Where do I know that name from?
from Arrow Comics.
Oh yeah. My bad. My bad. I know who Randy is. I had a brain
Yeah,
cramp. My apologies, Randy, if you're watching. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to call you
he's,
RJ.
he's also recovering. So tonight's gonna be for helping him too on Geekasm.
Yeah, what happened with him? I missed that.
Yeah, the same, man. He started just to. I was going to surgery the 15th of last month, 2 months ago, and he told me that he was going to make a COVID test, and then they put him
Mm,
in the ICU because he was with
Oh, I
COVID.
didn't know.
mm,
Yeah, and he's okay. He's out of the ventilator right now, but now he's the same as always. He got rehab,
yeah,
learn everything again. Like, but
yeah,
Lookstone he's making his own rehabilitation. He's got to train how to swallow and everything, because he's been into a ventilator. Randy he's had a little bit of struggle too on swallowing and breathing by
mm,
himself. But they both are coming back soon, and
good,
it's
good.
gonna be awesome. So yeah, I'm waiting
Yeah,
for Randy to. I don't want to talk to anybody else first.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, no. If you
Absolutely.
got a working relationship with somebody already, yeah,
Yeah.
you.
yeah, 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 yeah.
So chat.
I'm just waiting for something to
So
talk to him too.
I'm gonna ask you guys. I'm gonna ask the chat. I'm gonna do a piece 11 by 17 for this auction tonight fundraiser. What should I do? Somebody, let's throw some ideas at me. I did Scarlet Witch for the last auction, and I let it go way too cheap.
Sorry.
I do. I'd like to see your take on Venom.
Okay, that's a good idea and timely. What do you think,
Yeah, 'cause-
Marv?
yeah, you could probably get that, because of the black, all
I don't
the
know, man.
blacks. You don't have to do a lot of rendering. You know.
Mhm.
I haven't done. I haven't. I did for. I did for look. Page 8 of the second book of the Sin Killer. This one.
Oh yeah, I saw that on
Yeah,
the
yeah,
auction
yeah.
page. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. This I did this one, but for tonight I don't have here. I have in the living room. I'm between changing from the living room to this room to do my studio. I'm making I did a couple of years ago a tribute to The Howling. That's my favorite horror movie, and that's going to be auction tonight. Yeah, it's going to be. It's
Lorenzo,
going to.
Lorenzo, do you think there's enough love for the slee stacks that a super slee stack would sell? What do you guys think? Lorenzo Slee Stack says I should do some of his Green Brothers. I mean, I know who
Uh,
the Slee Stack are. I grew up in the early '70s, so
yeah,
Yeah, me
yeah.
too.
Not many people. Not many people know. Everybody always like goes, What is Lorenzo's character?" I'm like, "Come on, you've never saw
I know, right?
Journey to it was Journey to
The
was it Journey
Lost Land of the
the
Lost.
Land of the Lost. Right, right. I always get the titles of those confused. Yeah. I mean, I was young.
Marshall,
I saw
Bill,
them
and
in.
Holly
I
on a
saw them in
routine
replay. Yeah.
expedition. It's the
I
greatest adventure of them all.
I think I saw
High
them
on the rapids.
in syndication on like maybe USA Network back when it was called USA Express. Back in the '80s, I saw them. Yeah,
Yeah.
the reruns. Yeah.
I mean, I always thought it would be fun. I wanted to do the Herculoids, do a comic book of the Herculoids, but do it ultra gritty, you know, uh, or maybe before someone got genius and took Space Ghost and did Space Ghost Coast to Coast. I thought taking some of those old campy Hanna Barbera characters and doing a modern take would be cool. Harvey Birdman, attorney at law. Those things cracked me up.
Yeah, Campbell Moon used to take those and then edit in like Ethan and John Malin's voice from like the streams, and then
Yeah.
he got slapped with a copyright. So
Oh,
he created his own characters. It called what do you call it? Hail Caesar
yeah.
or Hail
But
Salad or something like that.
But see,
Yeah,
that's not really a copyright. If you modify them that much, that's not a copyright infringement.
well, he was showing like the actual videos, but he just took the audio out and put his own audio in.
I don't
So
know. I think that's still changing it enough.
well, it's kind of borderline, because
Yeah.
yeah. So, what are you gonna do? You're gonna go fight those guys over at Comedy Central? You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
Right.
but
Um,
he turned it into a campaign and a book, and yeah, he did pretty well. I was gonna back it, but it was like right. It was going on like right when COVID hit and when we went out of work, and like my
yeah.
backing, I had to be like very picky with what I was backing, and
Yeah. Yeah.
there was a bunch of second issues coming out of books that I had already backed previously, so I was like, I got to get the second issues,
Mhm.
So
Lorenzo, I may, if I don't do one for the auction, I may do you one. I may do a super slee stack just for you. The Slee Stack Avenger. Fight evolution. Screw the mammals.
I think right now, I think you had a good idea of making Venom because Venom and Spider-Man are killing it right now. So yeah, I think it will be awesome for the auction. Yeah.
I'll do him kidnapping Mary Jane with her wearing only a towel.
Hmm. Nice.
All right, Lorenzo, you got it. I'll do one for you today. And the next stream I do, I'll show it. And you can see it if you want it. I'll only charge you the shipping. How about that? Because I'm just that nice. I'm the nicest guy in Comicsgate, if anyone doesn't know. Listen how quiet it got.
Oh man, there are so many
Anthony
great.
Anthony muted himself because he didn't want me to hear him laughing. I am the nicest guy in Comicsgate. I
There are so many great comics in the United States, man. But the shipping to Portugal, 30 bucks,
know, man.
man. So many great comics, and
Hey,
I lost a bunch of them when I lost my files on my tablet.
yeah,
I was backing the digital, and most of them I didn't read them because I don't like digital comics. But yeah, man, it's a shame that every time that I
God,
go that I see a campaign and those beautiful stories are being publicized and whatnot, and it's a shame that your shipping is crazy
hmm
because I sent to Australia Sim Killer for $6,
yeah. See,
you know. And
yeah,
if I have to send a book just because a comic is considered here a book and it is a book, it's a cultural item. As such, we have a big discount on the shipping, and it's a shame that that doesn't happen in the United States.
yeah.
Maybe I didn't know that. I didn't know that. The just a gentleman from the mailing service told me that, and most
hmm
of the people don't know that. But
hmm
maybe you have that service and you don't know that yet.
I'll ask, but I am literally one of my nightmares is, oh my God, your book's a big hit, and people from all over the world are ordering it. That overseas shipping is, I think the way to go in that case would be to do exactly what you're doing and have somebody publish in that country and actually do the physical fulfillment from there.
Yeah, but
And
there are some cons because I can't sign them. I can't
yeah,
put other stuff in there. If you want
right,
a sketch inside the book, I can do anything,
right.
and
But it's better than nothing.
yeah. It was awesome, but most of people want the book signed,
Yeah,
or a
yeah,
quick sketch or whatnot.
yeah. I
But
ain't doing that. I'm not giving away sketches. Maybe I'm not the nicest guy in Comicsgate.
yeah.
That's I'm too big a perfectionist, and that's too much work. But yeah, I know what you mean. If you fulfill from overseas, then that does take away the opportunity for you to personalize things. But I would prefer, like if I was buying from you, Marv, I would prefer to get a hard copy in my hand without your autograph than get a digital copy.
Mhm.
So I'd still
Yeah.
rather have the physical copy. All right, so Venom it is, and he's going to be stealing Mary Jane, and Peter Parker will be going, "Curse you!" in the background.
Which one of them? Which one of them?
You know what? I'll draw the original Steve Ditko,
Ditko.
nerdy little skinny Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Curse you! Actually, when Ditko drew him, he was as big as Captain America. So he only shrank in size later on.
Mhm.
I forget who the first person to do that was. But if you look at some of the old Spider-Man comics, like when the Fantastic Four have him, and he's like, "But they don't know my real power." I mean, he looks like freaking Captain America. you know?
I don't remember that. Honestly, I
Yeah,
don't remember that.
yeah. He was a normal sized dude once he spider jacked. But I do approve of the idea of shrinking him down a little bit.
Yeah, because he's athletic. He's
Yeah,
just
small and
yeah,
wiry. Yeah, yeah.
yeah. He's athletic.
Anthony,
Yeah.
where did you go?
Are
You
you
ran
going to watch the movie? Are you going to watch to see the movie? This
it. I'm gonna
I'm not a
wait
big
for it.
I'm not a big fan, honestly, because I think it's stupid.
I'm gonna wait for them to come out in other formats. I'm not going to a
Yeah,
movie theater.
yeah, yeah.
Uh, Not only do I have to be wary of COVID because I'm not vaccinated
Hmm.
um, for medical reasons, but I just don't like people in public enough to want to
Yeah,
sit in a
yeah,
theater.
and there's no respect anymore in theaters. You
Right.
have people talking, people showing, people with their phones, and you can't concentrate on watching the movie. So,
Let me tell you a true story. My son and I, we used to go see movies together all the time. And the last one we saw was The Last Jedi together. And
mhm.
the place was packed. And I was sitting down front with my son and they were playing the trailers. I fell asleep during the trailer for A Quiet Place. And
Mhm.
then a sound came on and it woke me up and I went, "No!" The whole theater laughed at me. I was so embarrassed because it scared the soul out of my body.
And now trailers, they tell everything. Back in the 80s, you have a very small trailer. You don't know almost anything about the story, and you were excited. But today, no, like the Matrix. I saw the last trailer, but well, I'm not watching it in anyway because I
Yeah.
don't go to theaters. I'll wait for the streaming service to have it. But man, everything's there. Everything
Yeah.
is there. Like
Yeah.
like in Morbius,
Hmm.
everything is there.
Morbius
It's
does
just
look good. It does
yeah,
look good though.
it does look good. Yeah, but the PG. Oh man, we
Hmm.
needed something like Blade 2, something like that. Something
Yeah.
is still.
I'm eager to see the new Blade. I am.
Man, I'm not. Man, I'm not. Man,
I think they
Snipes.
chose a good
Snipes.
actor to do it.
Yeah, they choose. Yeah. Hopefully, he doesn't cross over. He doesn't find himself uh, near to Queens.
Yeah. Snipes stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Um,
They are.
I was gonna say something, but Lorenzo's comment cracked me up. There's too many humans in the theater. They oppress the Slee stack. They're prejudiced against a protected group of reptilian humanoids. Do Slee stack, Lorenzo, do they get along well with the Gorn from Star Trek? I'm just wondering. um, I'm excited to see the new Blade. I'm kind of excited for Moon Knight. I'm semi happy with Hawkeye right now. It's got some really good beats in it. Um, so far, it hasn't disappointed me. And Yelena Belova, oh, spoiler alert, Yelena Belova's in this week's episode. So that was interesting. Knew it was coming, didn't expect it the way it did. But I'm not looking forward to more of the Eternals.
That
Shang-Chi was,
that's not the Eternals was also a big disappointment because you had that beautiful art by Kirby, all those colors, bright colors, and then you saw the trailer and it looks like a sequel of Man of Steel, something like that,
yeah, yeah. It doesn't look any kind of good to me. And I've heard all kinds of SJW nightmares about it. And, you know, uh,
just
does every
swapping
single movie
swapping
have to have
everything.
some kind of virtue signal in it? Can a story just be a story?
Yeah,
Is it, that's why my studio is Throwback Studios. None of that is in my books. None of it. And it never will be. You're not going to have a woman handing her wife her pocketbook to hold, even in a background scene. That shit ain't going to happen, you know. Uh, I should call it sanity comics, but it's clown world, like my
Back
man says.
back in the day when Gene Colan and all those guys were making diversity, they were making it because it was natural to do it.
Hmm.
You know, like
Yeah.
Gene Collins says. I had an interview and on DVD, and he said, I drew, "I'm drawing African American because they exist."
Yes. There were already African American characters that we all loved. When Rhodey became War Machine, I subscribed to that book. I got it because I like the character.
Yeah,
Uh, you know, you didn't have to ruin existing characters to do this stuff, but also it is entirely possible for there to be an entire story that doesn't have LGBTQAIPPP, blah, blah,
all
blah,
the
blah,
alphabet.
blah.
Yeah,
You don't have to have it. It's not necessary. If you want to put one in your book, put one in your book. I don't care. But it doesn't have to be in everything.
yeah. North Star just had his own stories.
Hmm.
There was not anything about agendas or just because I am homosexual, I have this and I have that. The stuff have to happen naturally.
Yeah.
You
It
know,
just
like
he
Peter
just
Parker.
happens to be gay. The story is not
Yeah,
about him
about
being gay.
exactly just like Peter Parker was working and studying. He had to get money to pay the rent of his apartment, and everything was coming together. Everything was coming naturally. But now,
Yeah.
no, that's why I don't
Yeah.
care about Marvel and DC anymore.
Yeah, and I'll say this, when I heard they were bringing Kate Bishop as the main storyline for Hawkeye, I was like, "Oh boy, here we go. We're gonna have another Mary Sue."
Yeah,
No, she's bumbling. She's failing, and it's funny. It's lighthearted, but it's created a good dynamic between Hawkeye and Kate. So far, it hasn't disappointed me. But of course, there was the mandatory scene where Hawkeye's going to grab this bag. The lady got his arrows back for him. He says, "Thank you." She goes, "No, that's my wife's bag."
hmm. No, I haven't seen it yet. I don't
It
have the
wasn't
DVD.
necessary. It didn't have to be there.
Mhm.
By the way, I need a screenshot of this. I'm trying to draw this pose with a hand right now in my book, and
Yeah,
I'm
hands.
having to sit in hands are easy, but drawing them backwards. I was looking in the bathroom mirror. We got a wall sized mirror, and I'm in there drawing it, and then I
I have always
realized,
problems
yeah,
with hands.
it,
Doesn't.
but then I realized I was drawing it backwards. I was
Hmm.
like, "Son of a bitch, it's the other hand."
Yes, for if it was digital, just swap sides.
Flip it. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
flip it. Yeah.
Okay, you're right. I don't know. Maybe they have, maybe they haven't. Don't know. All right, guys. I'm actually going to wrap this one up and go and eat myself some lunch and get back to work. So, Marv, I really appreciate you popping in, brother. You're welcome
Thank
here
you.
anytime.
Thank you. I'm gonna stay home till the weekend. I don't know if I'm going to go to work next week because I have to make a COVID test tomorrow
Hmm.
because I'm not feeling good. And well, we'll see
Oh,
you. Yeah,
well,
next time.
I hope you're all right, brother. I hope we
Yeah.
don't have
Yeah,
to do a
same here, man.
fundraiser for you.
Yeah. Thanks, man. Thank you so
Yeah,
much for
yeah.
having me.
You're welcome. And Anthony, thanks for jumping in as always, brother.
Not a
Uh,
problem. I'll probably be doing a Toke Time chat and chill later, so you're more than welcome to come by.
yeah, by
What
what?
is what's your channel? I have to.
Dark Gift
Uh,
Comics.
yeah,
Sorry.
Dark Gift Comics presents. So and I'll throw the link in the in the chat. So
What time you
Dark.
gonna What time you gonna do that, Anthony?
I was gonna do it earlier than later, but now I gotta run to the post office. So probably early afternoon, probably like 2 or 3 Eastern.
All right.
Um,
Do me a favor and message me. Let me know.
I will. YouTube Dark Gift Comics presents.
Let me.
There we go. Oh,
Hopefully,
it
I'll
didn't.
find this.
There
Is
it
it a link?
is.
Oh, it is. It is a link. Okay, good.
Tree Goblin says, "Don't give them your DNA. They'll clone you, Marv. They'll replace you." All right, Lorenzo, always a pleasure to see you, sir. Tree Goblin, always a treat to have you in the chat.
Hail
And
the chat.
hail the chat. You guys rock. You make my day. See the smile. It's real because you guys make my day. And we'll holler at you guys later.
Okay, bye bye. Take